Yo, bro, you know there's somebody actually. What would you say if I told you somebody has the hairs on your head counted? Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I look, you want to take these pictures off in this video though, real quick. Yo, don't be looking at my bed, bro. I didn't make it. Stay right there, bro. But listen, what would you say if somebody had the numbers of hair on your head and they gave you that number, bro? They were like, yeah, 1,500,000. Hold up, let me get this real quick, dog. Bro, bro. Hey, yo, yo, you'd say that person. Ah, there's one right there, bro. You'd say that person is crazy. How do you know that number? First of all, you could never fact check that number anyway. But all that to say, dog, you'd say that person is obsessed with you, to say the least. Madly in love is a way that you could frame it as well. Bro, God, the big G, bro, top G, Jesus Christ. That was supposed to look cooler than it actually ended up looking. What do you mean you have the number? I keep messing up the wording of that. You have the hairs on my head numbered. All knowing, infinite, everything. Superpower that is God is obsessed with you. You win. You win life. The kingdom of heaven is literally your inheritance. He's obsessed with you. So obsessed with you that every moment he just wants to give you his love. He wants to just keep giving you, giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. Opportunities, opportunities. Even if it's an opportunity for patience, somebody cuts you off in traffic. To deny an opportunity of patience is to deny patience. To deny an opportunity of growth is to deny growth. We're constantly denying virtues in our life because we're constantly denying virtues by denying the opportunities to develop those virtues in our lives. Okay, that wasn't the point I wanted to make, but you are loved, bro. Even when you keep messing up, bro, I keep messing up. I keep falling, bro. But that doesn't matter because he has the hairs on my head. Look how much hair I freaking have. He knows the number. He's obsessed with me, bro. Like, he's obsessed with me. He loves me so much he counted the number. Why do I keep starting with the number? It's not the number of hairs. It's he counted the hairs, bro. You see what I'm trying to say? Even when you're down in the dumps because you fell again, or you just find yourself downwardly spiraling in your mind, he's obsessed with you. His love is always gonna find you. The shepherd is always gonna shepherd, bro. Even when you don't feel it, always speak life over you. Even when you feel like you're a sinner and you're far and you just want to do all these other things, keep speaking life over yourself. Truly blessed, and nothing can ever change that. You're telling me God is obsessed with me. I'm truly blessed beyond belief, and nothing can ever change that because there's nothing that can take away grace. You could say blaspheming the Holy Spirit is an unforgivable sin, and maybe that takes away grace. Well, actually, the book says it does, so it does. But I'm also still gonna vent. I don't know. Maybe I'm blaspheming and interpreting the book. I don't think grace ever leaves. I think once he chooses you and you're chosen, there's certain things you just can't do. Like once he changes your heart even a little bit, there's certain things you can't do, but there's still other things you can do. You can still sin, but there's just like a line you just can't cross anymore. Like I remember one time I went to an abandoned hospital and used a Ouija board. This was in me and my worldly pursuits. I was a stupid kid in high school with my friends, abandoned hospital, Ouija board. You know how badly that could have ended? You know how badly, but bad, bro, bad. You know how spiritually damaged I could have been because of that experience? Yet by the grace of God, the one who has my hairs numbered on my head, he protected me. Nothing happened. Or seemingly nothing happened. Maybe there was a ripple effect, or there probably still is a ripple effect happening. But in so far of like a spirit, like a demon attaching itself to my life, maybe that is the case. But not in the way that we imagine. Like the door just opens on its own, or I wake up with like scratches on my chest. Nothing like that. But it could have been really bad. Abandoned hospital, Ouija board. You don't play with spirits. You don't you don't open the door for spirits to come into your life. At least especially in that way. Maybe drugs does that, but that's a different doorway. That's a different type of door. I'm literally opening the door with the Ouija board. What the heck? How? And it's so freaking interesting because I didn't care to do that. Like I was like, okay, we're all here, let's go do it. Godless. Oh my god, it did. God is so good. God is so good. And I'm just not good. Why save someone like me? Why save any of these people? You ever look in the street and just see people? Sometimes I'm judgy. Other times I'm not. But sometimes I'm just like, I try to bring my mind to look at people and say to myself that he saved them as well. He died for that person as well. This person was worthy of saving. Clip my nails. Damn. This person was worthy of saving, worthy of his blood. That's why you can't lean on your own understanding, because if you lean on your own understanding, you're going to have resentment towards your neighbor. You can't love your neighbor as yourself if you lean on your own understanding. Because selfishness is almost I'm gonna say selfishness is an automatic byproduct of your own understanding. It only makes sense to be self-centered if your understanding is at the center of your life. It only makes sense for that to be the case. All right, I don't want to tangent too much. The point of this video was supposed to be you are super loved by God. He's obsessed with you, bro. Like, hold up. Let me Bruce Lee stance this real quick, bro, to like, cause y'all don't get the message, bro. Y'all might have to get minked. Yo. Let me get the shades on real quick. Actually, let me get these on real quick. Nah. I get these on real quick. I get these ones. Yeah. Bro, he is obsessed with you. Like, do you know what obsessed means? Like, you're walking down the street, I'm walking right behind you because I want to smell you. I just want to be in your presence. When it's a human, it's creepy. But when it's an all-pervasive being, he literally can't be anywhere else. That kind of defeats the point. If he can't be anywhere else, then why does it matter if he's always with me if he literally has no other choice? Don't look at that. Let's not be super nitpicky with these things. I might have just opened the door for doubts, but it is what it is. Doubts. What is it? This is an opportunity to strengthen your faith. To deny an opportunity for faith strengthening is to deny strong faith. Doubt isn't a bad thing. If you remain in your belief to doubt, then we can say it's a bad thing. But doubt in and of itself is not a bad thing. Just like a test, a pop quiz. A random doubting thought is like a pop quiz, right? Oh, there's more I want to say on that, but I don't want to say it. Not because it's like bad or anything. I don't want to tangent though. thinking of wrapping up this video. Obsessed with you. Whenever you're down, say to yourself, speak life over yourself. Don't speak death and say negativity. Limiting beliefs, limiting statements. That's how you speak death over yourself. Speak life, light. Yo, truly blessed, and nothing can ever change that. Truly blessed beyond belief. I am truly blessed. You are truly blessed beyond belief, and nothing can ever change that. There's no thought you can have that makes them stop loving you. There's no action you can do that makes them stop loving you. And that's, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the most beautiful thing ever in existence. Especially for me, because, I don't know. I guess I grew up believing myself to be something of an unlovable person. Or I don't know. It's probably because like social interactions, like it never really meshed. So I'm just like, maybe I'm just not a social person. And then there's some times where like I have good intentions, but you can't see that on my face or hear that in my tone. Low-key, like some tism in me. Like I got some tism in here, bro. Like it doesn't add up socially. And it's beyond like just social anxiety. It's like, it's autistic. But then to know that there's someone, no matter what I do, no matter what I think, no matter what I say, I can always come back to. And not even just come back. You don't want to, he's not meant to be someone you come back to. Like, all my options didn't work. You know, I tried to date all these other people. It didn't work. So let me just come back. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's how it can be, and that's how it is for a good amount of people. That's how it is for me right now. I'm not going to lie. But that's not the ideal. You know? The ideal is, it is no longer I, but it is Christ who lives in me. I think that's Galatians chapter 2, verse 20. The ideal is you're not there anymore. It's Christ. It's spirit. It's fire for God. It's when people look in your eyes, they know what's up. When people look at the jewelry on your neck, they know who you represent. But don't beat yourself up too much, because we're not Mozart, right? We're like bad composers. We're trying to mimic Mozart, not trying to pedestalize and say Mozart's an idol. This is context to what I just said. So this is an argument to an atheist. An atheist might say like, oh, look all around us. Nobody really is an imitation of Christ. Look at all the crusades, Christian crusades that killed all these people, right? You don't look at someone who plays Mozart bad on a piano and blame Mozart. Say, yo, Mozart just wasn't good at what he did. Look at this guy at the piano. Like, he doesn't know what he's doing. Mozart's trash. That's illogical. That doesn't make any sense. In the same way, human beings fallen. We're not perfect, right? We're not the ideal composition of the Mozart song, track, whatever the heck. We're not perfect Jesus, sinless. We're like not even, you can't even see, my hand's somewhere down here. They're probably like beneath the floor, bro. Jesus is up here, and I don't know where the heck we're at. But yeah. And let's stop lusting, guys. Let's stop. It's Numbers. It's the book of Numbers. I forgot what chapter. It said to not prostitute yourselves to the lusts of your own heart. Wow. Giving into the lusts of your heart makes you a prostitute. According to the word. These aren't even my words. This is according to the word. This is scripturally sound. And There's something else I read. It was talking about like we have deceiving lustful hearts, something like that. But lustful doesn't just mean like, sexual things. Lusting after something, like I lust after food, I lust after a job. It's a wanting, like a strong wanting, to the point where you say, I need this. I need it. I need it. You know? And that's the epitome of leaning on our own understanding, because the word says that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. If the Lord is your shepherd, then the being who created everything, the being who says that everything works out for your good, is in control of your life. Jesus has the wheel. What else do you want? What else is there? Period. If Christ is in front of you, if Christ is leading the way, do you want Wendy's or something? What the heck? Chill out. He's going to feed you. He's going to clothe you. You'll be provided for in ways that you'll never know. I don't know why, and I don't know how, but thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the things that you've protected me from, the things that I'll never know about, the things that you've orchestrated and engineered behind the scenes that I've never seen, never even, will never even see, will never even come close to even thinking that something like this happened behind the scenes for my betterment. Thank you for the things I can see, and thank you for the things to come. Thank you for the pain in my life, the suffering that allowed me to grow. You don't really grow when you're happy, you know? You don't really have to grow up when things are good. You grow up when you hit rock bottom. But not only then. That's a good time to grow, though. That's an amazing opportunity for growth. To deny an opportunity for growth is to deny growth. I was about to get into some shadow work, death, and looking in the mirror. You know what? I'll spare it. I'll spare the details. Makardabi brothers, if you made it this far, see stars as well. If you made it this far into the video, leave a like, leave a comment, have some engagement. You guys see me commenting back, replying back to comments. I reply to comments, guys. I'm not like separate, like, oh, stiff arm, right? But yeah, I record another time. Salute.